Hi, I'm John Kilmer. I'm not financially stable. Are you a financial advisor?
Yes,
Could you help me out?
sure can. The job of a personal financial advisor, as stated on Investopedia.com, says that they are a professional who helps individuals manage their finances by providing advice on money issues such as investments, insurances, mortgages, college savings, estate planning, and taxes and retirement. In another sense, this states that a personal financial advisor uses the money that a client gives them to invest and make more money for long-term advantages or plans. The duties of a personal financial advisor is to reach out to people that want to invest money to different funds and make them feel safe handing over their hard-earned money to the personal financial advisor to invest. Most people have a tough and emotional time doing that. That being said, the personal financial advisor has to do a lot of teaching to get the client to feel safe letting them invest their money. Next, once the client understands what they're about to do, the personal financial advisor will make a portfolio based on the needs of the client. The high risk, high rewards is the golden rule for this profession. Most people prefer a stable investment to make them money, although some just want to roll the dice to get the big reward. Once the portfolio of different investments is made, personal financial advisors will periodically check on his or her client's portfolio and call or meet with the client once every quarter or possibly less to give them updates and make sure the goals of the client have not changed. Another branch of personal financial advising is the Treasury Services Relationships Officer. This person works at a bank and helps corporations with their money. They will put it into different accounts to save and accumulate interest, use better electronic banking techniques, and many other different perks. Everything else is the same. There are still many laws and regulations that must be followed along with the mix of emotions. The people that personal financial advisors and Treasury Services relationship officers work with include the public and small businesses or corporations, respectively. Personal financial advisors do not really report to anybody but their clients for the most part. Most firms just look at the number their personal financial advisors are producing and go off those numbers to fire them or keep them in the firm. Treasury Services relationship officers must report to the board that runs the bank. If they are not making smart decisions with the business's money, then the board may fire or demote them. The ultimate goal is the same for both jobs, making the clients feel comfortable handing over money to invest. If the clients do not feel comfortable, then the personal financial advisors and Treasury Services relationship officers are not doing their jobs correctly.
Are there a lot of people like myself who want to speak to a financial advisor?
Yes, this profession is actually in high demand right now. There are currently an estimated 183,420 financial advisors in the United States. The financial advisor job market is expected to grow by 27% between 2012 and 2022. This is expected to be one of the faster growing occupations over the next decade. The major opportunities exist in New York, California, and Texas. New York has a large amount of personal financiers due to the New York having Wall Street. California and Texas have a large percentage of personal financier advisors due to the population of the two states. One factor that may slow the demand is the increase of online advising. In the Midwest, the firms are typically smaller to get the more personable business feel. On the coast, there are a lot of bigger firms, and the profession is much more uptight and not as casual like the Midwest.
I don't really feel safe investing a lot of my money. What are the requirements to be a financial advisor?
Qualifications depend on the type of financial advising. A chartered financial analyst requires the mastery of complicated curriculum and passing 3 6-hour exams, as well as having a bachelor's degree and 4 years of work experience. Some universities provide a CFA preparation course, but for most people the preparation is based entirely on self-study. Whereas a registered investment advisor is anyone who receives compensation for providing financial advice. If you manage a portfolio with assets totaling less than $100 million, you register with your state. If your portfolio is over $100 million, you'll register with the United States Securities and Exchange Commission. RIAs must pass the Series 66 exam as well as the Series 6 or 7 exam. There are some skill sets that will help get and maintain clients: critical thinking, deductive reasoning, inductive reasoning, active listening, and oral comprehension. These things will help an advisor communicate and best serve the client while giving the client assurance that they understand what the client wants and are knowledgeable on the topic.
Can you explain to me the market for this profession and how it differs from other job markets?
Within our financial advisor profession, not everyone needs a personal financial advisor, which makes the demand elastic. This is because you can manage your money yourself or use online resources to help your finances. In our market of a financial advisor, the supply is also elastic. This is because the baby boomers of our generation are currently retiring, and this lures financial advisors' expertise to manage their portfolios and investments. If a financial advisor gets certified to manage more investments, then people won't necessarily pay more. This is because you can get the standard features at a lower price.
What other jobs would a personal financial advisor like yourself be qualified for?
How would a current college student get this job? Demonstrating willingness to stick with the program and meet deadlines as well as hard work. Building clientele is difficult, but sticking to it to get your name out there is important, as well as showing your clients that you can be trusted.
What other jobs would a personal financial advisor like yourself be qualified for?
If you're qualified to be a financial advisor, you can be a budget analyst, a financial analyst, a financial manager, an insurance sales agent, an insurance underwriter, a real estate broker and sales agent, or a securities, commodities, and financial service sales agent as well.
What other jobs would a personal financial advisor like yourself be qualified for?
The interests and personality types that work well with this job include introverts, intuitives, thinkers, and judgers. Introverts often like working alone or in small groups and focused on one task at a time. Personal financial advisors only work with one client at a time, even though they may have a lot of clients invested in them. Intuitive people prefer to focus on possibilities in the big picture, easily see patterns, value innovation, and see creative solutions to problems. The problem is generally retirement funds, and they must look for long term to find the solution. Thinkers tend to make decisions using logical analysis, objectively weigh pros and cons, and value honesty, consistency, and fairness. Personal financial advisors always want an honest client so they know exactly what they are dealing with. Lastly, judges are organized and prepared, like to make and stick plans, and are comfortable following most rules. If the personal financial advisors are not following rules and guidelines of the client, they are not doing what the client wants. These are the types of people that will work well as personal financial advisors. People who are extroverts, sensors, feelers, and perceivers would not do well as a personal financial advisor. These people are multitaskers, work on past experience, use their own values, and like flexible plans.
John Kilmer here. What type of advancements do you expect in your career?
Being a financial advisor can open up other possible career paths and options for advancement. If you're interested in management, typically the initial steps are a branch sales manager or branch manager. Such titles could be used as stepping stones to a regional or national sales force management positions, or a variety of general management spots dealing with marketing or product management.